all Israel News viewers. I'm Oriel Moran and I'm here with Chen from Bnei Avraham. Chen, introduce yourselves and tell us who are Bnei Avraham and what do you guys do?
Hello, my name is Chen. I'm an activist for Bnei Avraham and we are protecting the Palestinians here from around the area Dir Shams Shweiche, who want to come and to pick their vegetables and to pick what they grew from the violence of the settlers around here. Since October 7th, the Palestinians are experiencing a lot of violence from the outposts and settlements that were built around them. So we are trying to help them pick their vegetables, and because we see that let's say, my privilege as an Israeli, I have more rights and I will be more protected from the violence of the settlers. And I'm actually using my privilege to stand before the settlers who are coming to hurt the Palestinians. Is because last time he was here, the settlers came, they were hitting his son with a big bat to his head, and also were hitting Murad. They were afraid to come back here by themselves, so we came here to come with them.
اجى المستوطن وصور السياره، وقف عند السياره بالغنم، وبعدين جيت اجوا بسياره تندر هيك متسوبيشي ولا ماجنوم، وقفوا عند زاويه الارض من هان، طاحوا علينا بالضرب، اجوا الستة على الولد، اجوا الستة علي، الحين 4 ظلوا عندي و2 راحوا على الولد، ظلوا يضربوا في الولد، طبشوا الولد، فتحوا راسه من هان وظلوا يعذبوا في الولد وانا بطلع فيه. ظليت اقول لهم ارخوا الولد، ابعدوا عن الولد، ابعدوا عن الولد، ابعدوا عن الولد، ما رضوش يردوا علي، ظلوا يضربوا فيه وفي الولد، انا لحالنا. بعدين حملت الولد انا الله عاني وطلعت، كسروا السياره علينا وعلى الولد. بعد ما كسروا السياره علينا وعلى الولد، كيف سوقت السياره، كيف طلعت بالسياره، كيف شردت من هان، كيف طلعت من هان ما عرفتش. الولد نفسيته، الولد نفسيته تعبانه، ابني نفسيته تعبانه، لانه الولد عمره 10 سنين. يعني الولد عشان اجوم مقنعين وملثمين وضرب ضرب ضرب ضرب، الولد خايف لليوم، خايف. كل مره بقول لي يابا انا خايف، ما هي اليوم قلت له بدي اجي على الارض، قال لي انا بخاف يجوني.
יש אנשים שאומרים שהאדמה הזאת היא לא שייכת לכם, והם אומרים שאתם אנשים שלא רוצים שלום. מה אתה אומר על זה?
هذه الارض انا اشتريتها مشترى قبل 15 سنه. اشتريتها مشترى وهذه معي اوراق رسميه فيها، انا الي اوراق رسميه فيها، هذه ارض إلنا. هذه إن 100 سنة بحرطوها الناس اللي شريتها منهم وإلهم، ومعاهم أوراق رسمية فيها وبروحوا بيجوا عليها. يعني إحنا عمرنا شفنا شيء زي هيك، بس من الحرب ترد جاي، إحنا هذا اللي شفناه.
All right, so now, walking through this field, we're going to head to Murad's house, and we're going to basically continue from there.
I grew up in a religious Zionist home. So the main reason I'm doing what I'm doing is because we are facing a huge Chilul Hashem. I see that people that dress like religious people and use the Jewish symbols are doing horrible things to innocent people and to vulnerable people. And we have so many times in the Torah it mentioned how we are tested by our yachas, like by our
attitude, our treatment of...
by our attitude towards the other residents. And I think now we are really failing this test. And I'm doing what I'm doing not despite of my Judaism, but because of my Judaism.
The Torah that most people believe in Judaism, they see the land as promised to them by God in the covenant that He made with them. And He basically looks at the enemies of God, or those who try to overtake or to split the land, as enemies that you should be aware of. So when you sit with people that talk about a two-state solution, on the Palestinian side, is that something that you agree with, or is it something that you were sort of divided on? how do you look at the land in which you live in?
So, two dimensions to this question. First of all, you talked about a specific, political solution, and I think the Torah didn't give us a political solution for the 21st century because national states didn't really exist back then. But me, in my vision, in my vast vision, I believe in one state. Personally, I can't imagine me living without my Palestinian neighbors and splitting from them. I love them. Something would be missing without of it.
For a lot of people, they would associate, any Jew with, the love of the land, but it doesn't mean that you don't love the land. But explain to people that don't understand what that means, because people look at Palestinians and they say these are people that don't want to have peace with us, and they attack Jews, and there are terrorist attacks, in this area as well. So in their mind, they look at what you guys do and they're like, oh, but these are traitors. They're coming against their own people.
Yeah.
So how do you explain that to someone who looks at this and they're like, I'm so confused of why you do what you do?
Yeah. So it's interesting with the word traitor, because in my perspective, I think that the violent settlers, I believe they're the ones who are the traitors, because I don't think, even if let's say there is this theology, this idea that's saying you should love your enemy. Like even if you see the Palestinians as your enemy, you're not supposed to do what they're doing to them. What for me, being in Avraham is helping the poor and helping the helpless. It's not even, for me, it's barely a political thing, I gotta say, because for me, another important thing about Bnei Avraham is that we are all a group of people who believe in God. We are from this whole range of ultra-Orthodox, Orthodox, conservative, Masorati, even secular, who believe in God, and our people are doing it from the Jewish identity or from their Jewish belief.
After October 7th, after the war, Israel did close its borders in different ways so that they couldn't come and work, as construction or in all the different things that they would.
Yes.
And so now they've had to find different solutions. Some would say to that, well, what would you expect? If terror is done against us, and if they believe that there are, let's just say, illegal buildings also within the Palestinians, then they feel like they should do the same so that they can protect their people.
Yes.
Because the more you put a border between your people and another people, that's how you keep them safe, more safe than when they would come further into a land.
Yeah.
That's a war strategy that's been done, since all of history. So how would you look at that?
If you look at Gaza's history, for example, you see that the more the higher the borders and the bigger the isolation, people don't have hope, and some people turn to violence. I'm not justifying any of it. I believe every person has a choice. Me myself, I have a friend who was kidnapped on October 7th, and I lost friends. Of course, this has been terrible years. For me personally as well. And I think in the West Bank, I think if our government and if our leaders would come with good faith, most Palestinians who were working in the West Bank and got permissions to work in Israel, most of them are good people. Most of them were never involved. They never did anything wrong. And they have no interest to do it as well. You don't give people the hope that they need, so they will have future for them and for their children. You leave them no other choice. They need to resist in some way. I just want Israel to go according to the international law, that there will be justice.
Well, we as All Israel News, we believe in justice, especially as Bible reading people, and I really hope that there'll be justice in our land for all people, and that we'll actually live in peace. And thank you so much for this day and for giving me your opinion and showing me around. And if you guys want more Israel-related content, go to allisraelnews.com, hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, and thank you guys for praying for all people, and we will see you guys in the next one.